All right, Theo Joe, tell us your name.
My name is Joseph Maes. I wrote a book called My Spiritual Walk as a Wolfhound. And these are pictures when I was in the Delta on the Saigon River doing river operations. This is one of the pictures.
Hold on, Theo, go back. Do you remember what happened that day when you took that picture?
Yes, I just came out of the hospital and we started, the Chinook started flying away, and the Chinook that brought me started receiving fire, so we ended up going down the river, and we got unloaded, and we just came back from sweeping the area where they were fired from. We got fire from.
So when they were picking you up, Theo, on the other picture, when they were picking you up, you had gotten shot?
Before.
What happened? Where were you shot at?
I got blown up by a mine in the Iron Triangle 3 weeks ago.
When you got...
Then after 3 weeks in the hospital, then sent me back to my company, and they were working the Saigon River.
Where were your injuries at?
In my arm and leg.
Do you still think about it?
Yeah, I still do. And it took almost all day and all night to get me. I got wounded in the morning, and they dusted me off at 10 o'clock at night.
Wow. Were you around other guys?
No, I was up front. I was walking point, and they couldn't get to me to that time. So we were receiving a lot of fire, and I was going in and out of conscious, and they were dropping napalm and all that stuff, and it took my breath away. And every time they dropped the bombs, my head just rang, and the next thing I knew, I was out again.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
So 3 weeks you were in the hospital, and you got your mom's letters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wrote her that I got wounded and everything, and I told her everything's okay. I said, because I told her, they sent me back out, so I told her I was all right, but I wasn't.
You weren't 100%?
No, I was still messed up in the head, you know. Okay.
What's another picture, Theo?
It's the...
Look at you posing.
That's no mine. Well, we had a guy, this guy was one of the orphans, and he was picking up the bodies that we shot. He was picking up the equipment in the elephant grass. Oh. That's how close they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got a pretty good binder. When you came home, were you this organized?
No. All my stuff wasn't developed. And I sent all my 104 film in the little package, and I sent them home and told my mom not to develop them until I got home. So when I finally developed them about 10, 15 years later, and that's when I started noticing everything.
It took you a while to
look at the pictures, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you're really, really organized, Theo. Like, why did you decide to get this organized? Why did you want to document something that took you 10, 15 years to develop?
I wanted it wasn't for me, it was for my kids. I wanted to show them what I went through. And it wasn't for the public. This book that well, at the beginning it wasn't a book, it was just a memoir for my kids. And I went to one of these classes called Veterans Writing Class, and the teacher wondered why I wasn't writing in class, and I told her it was too personal. But I told her I had notes and all this stuff in a binder, so she read it and she says, let's make a book out of it. And that's how it came a book.
Yeah.
From a book, yeah.
Do you feel like the book has helped you?
It helped a lot afterwards, not at the beginning. It was hard to talk about it. Even now, it still bothers me, but not as bad as it used to. So I guess it did help.
Yeah.
It has helped. I'm more open on it. Before wouldn't even talk about it.
Yeah, I remember when I came home, it wasn't, it was just that you were writing a little bit, but you didn't want to talk about what you were writing.
Right, yeah.
And now?
Now that they're teaching at the college, which is really nice, and I do questions and answers, and I listen to these kids telling me about my story and everything. They can't believe they were sending an 18 and 19-year-old kid in that kind of situation. So it really opens up their eyes to what the military can do to you, or the government, I should say.
Right. Or just war in general, right?
Right.
Yeah. What else do you have, Theo?
This is an Eagle flight coming in, and this is where we're getting off. And this is, we're on the APC getting ready to move in. And here's another one, is we're out in the jungle taking a break, where you never take a break really.
Right.
You're always on guard. And here's what the bunker system looked like. And we just had a firefight. So I just took some pictures, and here's another one where you go in the tunnels.
Theo, this is a crazy picture right here. Let me see. Like that's a lot of sound. That's a lot of activity. That's a lot of things.
Right.
Just looking at the picture. Do you like?
Well,
when you see the picture, what do you think about?
I think about when they're leaving us. I don't like, it's all right to fly around in a helicopter, but when they land and take us and drop us off, you don't know what you're going to be into. It's like every time we used to do eagle flights down south. We call it hedge hopping, and every time they dropped us off, and we moved through the hedges, and when they get no fire, they come back and pick us up until we make contact. Usually maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 eagle flights, and then we finally make contact. And after we make contact, they leave us there
to clear it.
To clear it all day and all night till the next day. So
wow,
that's the way it was, But it's like I say, resupplying us and things like that. When I took these pictures, it was just a flash.
A quick picture.
A quick picture,
It's not like you got to pose everybody and say, "Hey, sit right here, stand right here." This was
It was actually, done in a rush, just like from the. Let's see, you can see some smoke and all that stuff, but this would be better. The next picture behind, one more back. But this is a little base camp. All we had is small little bunkers and Constantine. We only stood in the base camp for one day, and the rest of us 2 or 3 weeks out. We never went back to the big base camp. And let's see.
Yeah, most soldiers don't have the pictures to reflect on those moments. It's usually just what's in their memory. And I mean, that's a pretty hard book to look at, because it's not just your memory, it's actual. It's remembering the smells and the weather and all that. I mean, that's pretty intense, Theo.
Yeah, it is, but it's hard to describe, It's, I mean, when I look at these pictures and I start looking way in the back where I took this picture, or had this picture taken, is because there was something going on in the back. And you have to really look at the picture real deep, and you can see what's going on, some action going on. Just like me standing here with the boat, we just got to the operation, and I'm looking out, and my guys were coming back, and you can see that I was at odds, to see all the stuff that was happening, because I'm looking at the battlefield from the boat or from the PVRs, and you can see the fire and the guys are coming back. 'Cause I got fight. Man, never mind. That's enough.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Tell us your name again, Theo.
My name is Joseph Maes, and I wrote a book called My Spiritual Walk as a Wolfhound, a Grunt in Vietnam.
Okay. And they can find you on your website.
On my website, and you can find me in Amazon or Tweety Bird Press.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Theo.